Before the skyscrapers, before the colonial walls, before the name Philippines was ever spoken, a kingdom flourished here. On the shores of this bay, bathed in the golden light of sunrise, a story began. This is the story of Manila. Not the city we know, but the ancient kingdom that laid its foundation. Long before the arrival of Spanish galleons, this land was a bustling hub of life and commerce. Let's journey back in time. See how the lifeblood of this civilization, the Pasig River, flowed through a landscape dotted with vibrant communities. Here, on a map of the past, we can see the thriving settlements of Tondo and Maynila. These were not mere villages, they were powerful kingdoms, centers of influence in Southeast Asia. Imagine a world of wooden homes built on stilts along the riverbanks, woven into the very fabric of nature. The ancient Tagalogs, the people of the river, lived in communities called barangays. Life was a rhythm of casting nets into the bountiful waters, of skilled hands weaving intricate textiles, and of boats arriving from distant lands, laden with goods and stories. This was a society deeply connected to its environment, prosperous and self-sufficient. At the heart of this world was the powerful kingdom of Tondo. Renowned for its immense wealth, Tondo was a major player in a vast maritime trading network. Its influence stretched across the seas. Merchants from the great Ming dynasty in China, from the islands of Japan, and from the sultanates of Borneo all sailed to its shores. They sought the treasures of this land, most notably gold. Gold was everywhere, adorning the people, decorating their homes, and traded as a precious commodity. Tondo was a kingdom built on diplomacy, trade, and the shimmering allure of gold. Leading these vibrant kingdoms were figures of immense respect and power, men like Rajah Lakandula of Tondo and his nephew, Rajah Sulayman of Maynila. Picture them not as primitive chieftains, but as sophisticated rulers. Adorned in brilliant silks, wearing intricate gold jewelry that signified their status, and carrying the iconic Kris sword, a symbol of their authority and warrior spirit. They were diplomats, strategists, and protectors of their people, governing a complex and cosmopolitan society. Across the river from Tondo was the kingdom of Maynila, named for the nilad plant that grew along its banks. Life here was rich with culture and tradition. Imagine scenes of diplomacy unfolding, where leaders from different barangays and foreign envoys met to forge alliances and trade agreements. Community life was vibrant, with rituals marking the seasons and celebrating life's milestones. The Pasig River wasn't just a highway for trade. It was the stage for daily life, a source of sustenance, and a sacred space for the community. The marketplace was a kaleidoscope of cultures. Chinese junks would dock, their holds filled with exquisite porcelain jars, lustrous silks, and fragrant spices. In return, they would leave with local goods, precious metals, pearls, and tropical hardwoods. This constant exchange proves that Manila was already a globalized port, a melting pot of Asian cultures, centuries before the first Europeans arrived. It was a testament to the seafaring skill and entrepreneurial spirit of its people. But life wasn't just about trade and politics. It was also deeply spiritual. The people honored the spirits of nature and their ancestors, guided by spiritual leaders known as babaylans. These were often powerful women who acted as healers, visionaries, and intermediaries between the physical and spiritual worlds. Imagine them by the river's edge, chanting ancient prayers, offering gifts to the spirits of the water and the forest. Their rituals were essential for maintaining balance, ensuring a good harvest, and healing the community. Ancient symbols, talismans, and artifacts tell a story of this deep spirituality. Each piece of gold, each carved design, held a meaning, a prayer for protection, a symbol of fertility, or a connection to the divine. These were not just decorations. They were expressions of a profound worldview, a universe teeming with spirits and energy. The proof of this advanced civilization isn't just in stories. It's etched in stone and forged in metal. In 1989, a discovery near Manila changed everything we thought we knew. the Laguna copperplate inscription. Dated to the year 900 AD, this legal document, written in a mix of ancient scripts, clears a debt for a person named Namwaran. It's the earliest known written document in the Philippines, proving the existence of a complex system of law, writing, and social structure over 1,000 years ago. And the discoveries don't stop there. The incredible Butuan gold treasures, found far to the south but linked by trade networks, show a staggering level of craftsmanship. Artifacts unearthed right here, in the grounds of Intramuros and the districts of Tondo, whisper tales of this forgotten era. These finds connect ancient Manila to a wider network of sophisticated cultures, a forgotten Austronesian supersphere of trade and shared traditions. From a humble riverside settlement, Manila grew. Through the ingenuity and resilience of its people, it evolved into a bustling port, a kingdom of wealth and influence. It was a center of power, a beacon of culture in the region. This transformation wasn't accidental. It was the result of centuries of development, diplomacy, and trade, a kingdom built by and for its own people. As we look at the modern skyline of Manila today, a city of steel and glass, it's easy to forget what lies beneath. But if you look closely, you can still feel the echoes of its ancient past. The river still flows, the bay still greets the sunrise, and the spirit of the people endures. This city's history did not begin with colonization. It began here, in the heart of a proud and prosperous kingdom. The foundation of this great metropolis was laid by kings, merchants, and mystics long ago. This is the true heritage of Manila. Remember this deep, powerful history. The story of Manila is not just a story of a city, it is the story of a civilization that thrived, a kingdom that shone brightly on the shores of the Pasig. Before it was a city, it was a kingdom. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this story as fascinating as we do, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more hidden histories. Your support helps us continue to tell these important stories. Until next time. Music swells with a sense of epic history and mystery. Before the city, there was a kingdom. In the heart of Luzon, where the great Pasig River meets the sea, two powerful states rose from the fertile delta, the ancient kingdom of Tondo and the flourishing Rajah of Maynila. For centuries, they commanded the currents of trade and culture, their influence stretching across the archipelago. We saw their rise, their rivalries, and their shared destiny, a civilization built on water, gold, and the unyielding spirit of its people. But what was life truly like within these forgotten kingdoms? Music shifts to a gentler, more intimate melody. Let's journey back, beyond the stone walls of Intramuros, to a time of bamboo and nipa. Here, along the riverbanks, the very pulse of society could be felt. Imagine a council of elders, the Datas, Rajahs, and Lakans, their brows furrowed in thought as they gather beneath the shade of a large hut. Here, decisions that would shape thousands of lives were made, not with iron fists, but through consensus and wisdom. The river breeze would carry their words, discussing alliances, trade agreements, and the welfare of their barangays. This was the heart of ancient governance, a system rooted in community and respect. Life for the common tao, the people, revolved around this rhythm. At the foot of the ruler's home, you would see them arrive, not in fear, but with a sense of duty and belonging. They came bearing tributes, baskets overflowing with golden rice, lustrous silks woven with intricate patterns, and gleaming gold dust panned from the very rivers that sustained them. This was not a tax as we know it, but a shared investment in their collective prosperity, a way to ensure the kingdom thrived and could protect its own. And thrive it did. Step into the bustling heart of the community, the tabuan, or marketplace. The air here is thick with the scent of spices from distant islands, the earthy aroma of freshly molded pottery, and the salty tang of the nearby sea. Merchants from across the region haggled in a dozen different languages. Here you could find exquisite blue and white porcelain from Ming Dynasty China sitting beside radiant pearls harvested from the Sulu Sea. It was a crossroads of cultures, a vibrant mosaic of commerce where goods, ideas, and stories were exchanged freely. This was the original global village, long before the term was ever coined. The soul of ancient Manila was truly expressed through the hands of its artisans. In the fiery glow of a forge, a blacksmith would hammer and fold steel, creating the legendary Chris sword, its wavy blade not just a weapon, but a spiritual object, a symbol of a warrior's status and soul. Nearby goldsmiths, known as Panday Ginto, would meticulously craft intricate jewelry. Earrings, necklaces, and golden belts so delicate they seemed spun from sunlight itself. These weren't just ornaments. They were a testament to a society that valued beauty and possessed an extraordinary level of skill. And in the quiet shade of their homes, women were the keepers of tradition, their hands moving with practiced grace as they wove stunning banig mats from reeds and transformed tough abaca fibers into soft, durable textiles. Each pattern told a story, a silent history passed down through generations. But life was more than just work and trade. It was deeply spiritual. The ancient Manileños lived in a world inhabited by spirits, both benevolent and mischievous. Along the sacred Pasig River, you might witness a babaylan, a spirit medium and healer, performing a ritual. Her chants would rise into the twilight, calling upon the anitos, the spirits of ancestors and nature, to bring healing to the sick or to bless a bountiful harvest. Offerings were made to Bathala, the supreme creator, a god who resided in the sky world. Ceremonial dances, performed by torchlight, were not mere entertainment. They were prayers in motion, a way to communicate with the divine, to honor the cosmos, and to maintain balance between the physical and spiritual realms. Their world was built from the gifts of the earth. Towering bamboo stilts lifted their homes above the reach of the river's floods, creating a sense of lightness and harmony with the environment. Intricate networks of wooden docks lined the shores of Manila Bay, a testament to their maritime prowess. And dotting the horizon were the iconic balangay, plank boats expertly crafted without a single nail, held together by pegs and lashings. These vessels were the lifeblood of the kingdom, carrying warriors, traders, and families across the waves, connecting Manila to a wider world. This was a civilization masterfully adapted to its riverine environment, a kingdom afloat on water and dreams. Music becomes more expansive, with a sense of grand scale. The kingdom lives on, in every Filipino. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this story as powerful as we did, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more explorations into our shared past. Until next time, stay curious.